Hiya guys, this is Prepare for Gaming, and today I am playing more Breath of the Wild. In the last episode, we got the stasis ring. I'm going to show this one to you. And we got two new pieces of armor. The warm doublet, which I'm wearing currently, and, well, I'm going to show you guys the stasis ring. It's super great. So, look at that. That went all the way to the Gerudo Mountains. Wait, really? So, that's the stasis rune for you. Now, we also got the warm doublet and Hylian trousers. The Hylian trousers are the best pieces of gear that you can. No, what's that again? Was Woodcutter X? What's that? And I just wasted. Oh no, it's a Traveler's, but that's good. We do not need any more Bogobos. Those things are trash. Alright, drop this one. So, we got the Traveler's bow now. So now we're gonna climb up to this area, and we can start heading off to the next shrine. Which then we can head over and get more story, and then it's gonna be super open world after this point. Because after this point, I can go anywhere I want. I can go immediately to Hyrule Castle if I wanted to. I can skip all of the rest of the stuff. So, head over to this area. Hop up here. Ooh, oh yeah. So if I did not have the warm doublet, I would be taking cold damage now. What's this? That's probably something right. An acorn already. So you can also, let's see, I can show you this. Hit some enemies, I'm pretty sure. Or we're gonna just push down a rock for no reason. So yes, you can push down rocks whenever you want. So I went a different route, which I normally don't do the climbing route. But the climbing route is actually kind of easier because you're super close. You just get in really close to the shrine before you start taking cold damage. Because normally you would start taking cold damage a while back, and you'd have to be like constantly eating food, or you'd have to have the warm doublet before you got up here. Like if you constantly eat food, you need a lot of apples and Hylian shrooms and spicy peppers. I mean, you can't make it up that way. It's very difficult. Actually, that's the way I normally get up there. But I really don't know. I wanted to show you guys the way to get the warm doublet, which was making the spicy meat and seafood fry, which you guys can see in the last episode, episode 3. So let's get up here. So, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, yes. If you climb over here, if you do not get the warm doublet from making the old man spicy meat and seafood fry, you can get the warm doublet by going over here to the peak of this mountain and talking to him. So, I'm going to show you where this place is. So, let's climb up here. I don't really feel like climbing up that. Until you get more stamina, climbing is a struggle. But personally, you really, as soon as you get like the second wheel of stamina, you don't need any more. Like I normally go for get enough hearts to get like I get a lot of hearts, then I'll get the second wheel of stamina, and then I'll focus on hearts until the rest, because then I can have a full wheel of stamina and 2 rows of hearts. The fierce cold atop these mountains can take quite a toll as the night sets. Ho ho ho, breathtaking view. This view may be the best place to get a full view of the entire plateau. Did you know about the scope on your Sheikah sight? Look through it and you can stick a pin anywhere you'd like on the map. So if you hit R3, or like if you're used to like PS4, which is what, or like I think Xbox is R3, you can do that. Alright, the points on your map serve as a reference point for your travels. Just stick a pin anywhere you're interested in. How do you know? Oh, I got it. Go ahead and take a look if you feel so inclined to. So normally he would give you the. Oh, I got myself an hammer. Normally he would give you his warm doublet if you did not get it through the seafood fry. But it's like at the point where it's at the top of the mountain, where it's like you have just the shrine left. Now here is a warning. I messed up actually getting the warm doublet. The way you can mess up getting the warm doublet is just you have to go to him before you finish all four shrines. If you do not, he will not be at that point, and he'll be at back at the where he wants to see you. So let's see. Alright, where is the? I'm looking for it. There's the shrine. So this is actually a good space to use the shield surfing. Hey, there's a cork here, but I don't know where the rock. Oh, there's the rock. All right. So there are so many different cork puzzles. All of them. Like you can. Some of the cork puzzles, like this one, are easy to notice. That, oh yeah, there's a cork puzzle here. This is the second cork which I found. Yaha! You found me. So we got a cork seed. Bye bye. So there are actually quite a few cork seeds on the Great Plateau. I miss a lot of cork seeds. They're really hard to find and are just a pain. Like, yes, they do have a very useful use, but personally, I don't find it worth. Like, alright, trying to shield that. Well, do a perfect guard. Alrighty. So we're gonna pitchfork these guys. Alright, so I can show you what the bombs look like in this game. They look like this. Let me show you what they do. They blow up like a regular bomb. Alright, so those guys would have tried, if I had waited long enough, they would have thrown one of those bomb things at me, and I probably would have died. I mean, those bomb things the bomb barrels are super strong. Alrighty, so this is the fourth shrine, Ken Namut. Let's go in. And remember, this is the no teleportation This is the no teleportation challenge. I'm going to try and get through Breath of the Wild without teleporting at all. Which, trust me, it won't make it long and difficult. But, I mean, everyone's seen a regular Let's Play of Breath of the Wild. There's probably already a no teleporting challenge. But I want you guys to suggest me more challenges that I could do try and get Breath of the Wild. First off, I'm gonna try and finish this one. Here's a suggestion: no bow trial. Well, no bow shrine, or a no bow challenge, or sword only. I don't know, traditional Zelda challenge where I can only use swords, and I have to wear the clothes that are closest to the Legend of Zelda, traditional Legend of Zelda. But you can get really you can actually get a traditional Legend of Zelda outfit later on. But there's one outfit that looks pretty similar to it, but it's actually not that bad an outfit, but it's weak compared to some of the other ones I can get. So this is the Cryonis. So you can put a pillar of ice as long as there's water, and you can climb on it. I mean, it's not slippery like you would think ice would be. See? You can lift things up with it, climb with it, and see? But I can do like this. So you can actually use beam, and I can block it. So you can practice blocking these guys for the regular guardians, or the cave guardians, which it's pretty worth it because those guardians are very difficult. Alright, so pretty sure this is actually a weapon. A traveler spear, which is very good. So I'm gonna drop my cork leaf because I don't really need that. So we're gonna pick this up. No, we're gonna open up this chest now, and we can get the traveler spear. Alrighty, so these beginning shrines are very short, very easy, and I think I've already gone all the chests here. So all I've got to do is just get to the end of the shrine, which I'm pretty sure is in a few steps. Yep, it's right here. So these shrines the very beginning shrines are very fast and simple, But later on, there are some crazy difficult shrines. Alrighty, so we've seen this stuff. Like I said in the last episode, the dialogue of these of the monks is going to they're going to vary slightly, but it's not going to be like substantially different. May the goddess smile upon you. Alrighty, so now we've completed all 10 trials in like an hour and like an hour and 20 minutes of gameplay, so that's pretty great. So I'm pretty happy that I managed to do at least, actually, unless it was like not counting the first episode where it's like beginning stuff where I was like mostly it was just actually no, this wasn't my story because I skipped the story part because hey, most people have already seen the beginning of Breath of the Wild, so I want to just immediately get to the get-go of Breath of the Wild. With this, you have now acquired all the spirit orbs from the shrines on this plateau. Oh ho ho! Extraordinary! That means it's finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything, but first, imagine an X on your map with the 4 shrines at the endpoints. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I'll be waiting for you there. So, he's talking about the Temple of Time. Do you understand where the 2 lines connecting the shrines would cross there? I'll be waiting. So, the reason I was like, hey, I want to try something different in the very first episode and going for that soldier spell, that's where I've got to see him. Alright, so I can't teleport over to him. So we got to start running. Just got to start on my run. Killed myself. Come on. That's the second death I've had. All from falling. Like, the first time I was dying, I knew I was going to die. But it was like, there's a chance I may not die. But I couldn't do it. I was too weak. I was a weakling. Alrighty. So we're probably going to end out with the story. There's going to be a huge spoiler. So, if you've not played Breath of the Wild yet, which, may not have, I would recommend not. So, triple not, which means I canceled out the 2 knots, so it's still a not. Still my negative. And watching this. So, watching the, once I start getting close to the Temple of Time, because it's going to be a huge spoiler stuff. Unless you want to see spoilers, up to you. But it's like that very beginning. 3 branches burning. I think there's a difficult enemy that I can't fight really, like if I wanted to, but I don't really feel like it. So we're gonna go. Hey, there's my death marker. Alrighty, so we have to go travel to the Temple of Time, which is here. I'm not in that. I'm right here. So I have to basically almost run across like half a plateau just to get to where I want to go. So that was an ice keys. Like in the other Legend of Zelda games, there's going to be different types of keys. And that was just the ice keys. These are the regular keys. Simple enemies. They don't really get that difficult anyway, but the ice keys are the worst in the electric keys. All the other keys are relatively easy. Not that much of a difficult fight. So, this is where you would come from if you had decided to not go the way I came from with a stasis trial. So, this is the way you normally would have come. So, I did skip like a few enemies, but our main goal right now is just getting over to the Temple of Time, just like right behind me right now. So I'm actually going in the wrong direction. Alright, so let's go start getting up this mountain. Alrighty then. Getting close. Whew. Long trot. Let's go start shield surfing. My Boko shield. No! It's gonna break soon. Boom. I like doing that and then just sending like flying. Right, so, oh, there's some shields in this place. Let's try actually a spear. Hopefully you drop the shield for me. So this is a relatively weak weapon. It's a 3, but like the Boko's better than a Boko club because it's faster. It's only 1 point damage weaker, but you'll get more hits quicker and you'll just kill them quicker. All right, so we're going down there. This one I really wish I had the paraglider. Alrighty, so we made to the Shrine of Resurrection. So now it's a relatively quick trot. Ah, no! I need a boar hunting spear. Alright, so I just almost got murdered by a bull. So let's go down here and I can... So that way we can learn more story. Oh yeah. So let's get down. So we're almost there. So this is where we first met. Oh, I know that's a different place. I thought this was where we first met. No. This is a little bit different. Actually, I don't know if I've already gone through this path ever. Oh yeah, Flurry Rush. I just slaughtered that guy. So I get a Boko Spear. Alright, so let's see, get some spicy peppers. I got this seared steak. So let's continue traveling downwards to the Temple of Time. Yeah, this is where I would have been a little bit farther to the left if I had gone to the Shrine of Resurrection. So let's start climbing up. So where we need to go is exactly where I got my soldier's bow. So normally you would go in the soldier's bow after you go into all 4 of the trials as your prize. But I was like, can I get the soldier's bow before I go talk to this dude? Alrighty. So let's get up here. Now remember cutscene, that's getting the end of the video out. Alright guys. Super long climb. Actually, wait, no. We got stuff to do before we do that, actually. Important business. Alright, so where's the broken window? There's a broken window. Alright, so once you get 4 spirit orbs, you can go to one of these goddess statues, and you can get a heart container, or you can get a little bit of 1/5 of a stamina wheel. So I'm gonna get a heart container because that's more useful at the current point of this game. I shall grant you the power you seek. So you actually can gain heart containers relatively quickly in this game. So, like in the other Legend of Zelda games, it was a very long machine getting heart containers. But in the early beginning of this game, you'll be getting like heart containers. Fight 'em, Link. The blessing of the goddess has made you much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here quickly. Alright, so let's see. Let's get this ladder, which I went up in the first episode. Start hopping. Alright. So, oops. Get over to this guy. Alright, another cutscene story. So let me...
The time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Romospharamus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists.
It's a super cool
The
theme.
great calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight bravely collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Go on. Here's the paraglider, just as I promised. There you go. Completed the Great Plateau. And I think it is. I've told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. Well, thanks for watching the... This is the end of the video here today, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share this with your friends. Bye!